now from the windy city of Chicago, baseball from beautiful Wrigley Field. Tyler Glasnow gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, we're looking at a guy that knows how to pitch. Last year, his ERA was just under 3.5 for the season. And I would imagine going into the offseason, he's looking to better that. And hopefully he gets off to a good start. And we'll see if that starts in this one today.
The 1-2. Bounce towards the second baseman. Marte fields it cleanly. Throw on to first. In time, one away. With that, let's get you a look at the starting nine for the Tigers. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one.
So it was a swinging strike 3. Josh Rojas goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2. We'll have to press pause as that strike 3 to retire the side. Down in order go the Tigers. Now the Cubbies will get their first crack. And stepping in, Ketel Marte. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Big swing, and this one's launched to right field and deep. Going back is the right fielder, and that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. So it's a solo home run to lead off the bottom of the first. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Cubs are on the board first, 1-0.
Well, after a long winter and a grueling spring, everyone is anxious to get the season started. But to start it off with a home run, there's no better way to get your campaign underway. He was rounding the bases thinking, hey, this is going to be a good year.
Standing in now, Mike Trout. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base. That's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Martinez.
Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1. Mize, just 24 years of age. He was a first-round pick during the first-year player draft of 2018.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Comes with the fastball, but it's outside for ball 4.
You know, it takes a lot of discipline to watch a pitch like that go by, but on a 3-1 count, he had the luxury of being a little bit more selective up there. Good take, and a walk is the result.
Rafael Devers the next to bat. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. 1-1 pitch and a good sinker there, but he can't find the zone. 2-1. And it's belted high and deep into right center. And that's going to be off the ivy-covered wall. Martinez is on his way home. Now the relay home. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
As a pitcher, you'd love to assert your authority early on in the game, but it hasn't happened so far out here. That's a home run and a double against him now, and we're still in the first. He's going to have to make some adjustments quickly if he's going to turn this around.
Stepping in now, Anthony Rizzo. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now. Carlos Correa is on deck. And that misses ball 4. So it's first and second now with only 1 away.
At this rate, he's going to set some kind of a record for walks issued in a game, or he'll get an early hook. We'll see if he can settle down here and start to find the strike zone, or if he continues to struggle.
Grounded back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second.
Batting second, the right fielder, Max Kepler.
At the plate now, Max Kepler. And there's ball 2 now.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Won't go after the 2-1 sinker, and it's 3 balls and a strike now.
To me, it looks like he just doesn't trust himself out there on the mound. It's like he's fighting his body on every pitch, and as a result, we're seeing a lot of balls from him early on in this game.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And he misses with that one. Ball 4, and that's going to load the bases now with still only 1 away.
Batting eighth, the catcher.
And now, Zach Collins. And a great chance here for the Cubbies to add on in just the first inning.
Hey, that's the kind of swing you'd like to see a guy take with the bases loaded. He's going for the downs.
2-2 to the Cubs catcher.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number
Batting
2.
ninth, the center fielder.
So our situation has the bases loaded. 2 men out. And that brings up Trent Grisham. Oh, and it misses. Ball 4. And that will force home a run. And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte.
Well, Matty, we know he's got the timing on the fastball locked in. That's what.
Oh, and he misses it. And they'll add another as this is now a 5-0 game.
It's only the first inning, so you hate to say this, but this thing might already be over. Down 5 in the first, they've got to get the car back onto the road, even if the wheels are a little loose and wobbly.
Alexander Vizcaino comes on to work much earlier than anticipated, obviously, as he'll try and right the ship in the very first inning. And that'll bring Mike Trout to the dish. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they can get out of this jam, though.
To 2-2 now. Now the Tigers have some action in the bullpen as a left-hander starts to get loose. Did well just to make contact there as he spoils off a good changeup. Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now. 3-2.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Fly ball out to straightaway right. Waiting on it is Goodwin, and that retires the side. So a very good outburst here as 5 runs come across and allow them to take the lead. Second inning coming up here at Wrigley. The Cubs are on top, 5-0. New inning set to get underway, and that brings up Spencer Torkelson.
They've gotten a gut punch to start this game. There's no doubt about this, but that's when you have to turn the scoreboards off. Everybody do their job 1 at bat at a time.
And the 2-1. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Into the bleachers and gone. A solo shot here to left. First home run of the campaign for him. As they get on the scoreboard here, it's 5-1.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, it's not the end of the world.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. Next up for Detroit, Willie Castro, as he'll dig into the left-handed batter's box. The count now at 2-2. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
This tells me a lot about this guy. He's done a real nice job bouncing back from that home run to strike out the next 2 guys. Sometimes you're going to get taken deep, but it's all about how you respond that really matters.
Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. Tigers able to claw one back on the strength of this solo shot. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Cubs 5 and the Tigers 1. Last half of the second set to go, and striding forward the designated hitter, J.D. Martinez. The 2-1 home. Drilled on the ground is short. And there's one away.
Now batting, third baseman, Rafael Devers.
Here now is Rafael Devers. Now the 2-1 pitch.
After fouling off the second one, I got to step out of the box, adjust my batting gloves, and tell myself there's no chance he's tripling up on that pitch.
3-2 the count for Rafael Devers. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Cameron is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. So the bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that brings in Anthony Rizzo. Into his motion, here comes the 3-1. A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. Cubs are down in order. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Top of the third set to get underway, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Isaac Paredes. Pitch popped up. Rizzo is over, and he puts it away for the first down. Next for the Tigers, Jacob Nottingham. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. Swung on and missed. That strike 2. Now up 2 down to begin the third. So back to the top of the Detroit lineup, digging in, Akil Baddoo. And if you remember, he took home a Silver Slugger Award for AL outfielders a year ago. Here comes the 1-2. Misses, ball 2.
Don't be surprised if he gets another back foot slider right here. Don't think for a second, just because he took the first one, that this pitcher won't come back exactly the same way.
Rolled slowly down the first baseline. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. They're down here 5-1. Back for the bottom of the third. Let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far.
Here now the 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
From 0-2 to 3-2, what a great at bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
Now the payoff pitch home. Hit in the air down the right field line. Goodwin is over to his left as he snags this one for the first out of the inning.
The right fielder, number 30.
And now in the box, Max Kepler worked a walk his first time up. Now the 2-1. Hit back up the middle. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Digging in next, Zach Collins. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
And you can live with punching out with the bases empty, but in his last at-bat with 2 runners in scoring position, you cannot go down. Now,
and the throw to first is there. The inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. At the plate now is Josh Rojas. Struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Now batting.
Next batter is Jeimer Candelario. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Here it comes.
Hey, last 2 pitches back-to-back off speed, then he's late on the fastball. He could pretty much do anything he wants right here on the mound.
A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right. But what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today. 2 balls and a strike to the Tigers' first baseman. Now, this guy has retired a whole slew right now. I think what he needs to do is just stay focused.
And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. Down in order go the Tigers. They're down 5-1. Digging in will be Trent Grisham. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. And he misses 2-1. Hanging curveball taken, though, for a second strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
Action pitch right here, 2-2. The last thing you want to do is to fall behind the count 3-2.
Hit on the ground out to short. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, Giro, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
A ball and 2 strikes. Lifted in the air to shallow center field. And that's in there. Base hit.
Dan, tell me how frustrating that is right there. He comes unglued the pitch before, and then he shortens his swing, and he's able to fight you off for a 2-strike knock.
Sometimes, Mark, that's how you can get fooled as a pitcher. You see that previous pitch, you see that big swing, and you're expecting another big swing, but what does he do? He shortens it up and hits a bullet for a base hit.
At the plate, Mike Trout. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. To second for 1. Runners at the corners here with 1 gone in the inning. And that'll bring up the dangerous bat of J.D. Martinez. Now the 1-1 pitch.
Number 3 hole hitter up right now. Cleanup guy on deck. 2 ball, 2 strike count. I think pitcher wants to make something happen right here.
2-2 is a changeup that misses 3-2.
Definitely in a tough situation facing the 3-hitter. You can work around him and maybe walk him to load the bases, but that just sets up the cleanup guy with the bases loaded.
And this will find the wall deep in the corner. And not in time as the run scores.
That is what every manager is looking for out of the middle of his lineup. When you get your 3, 4, and 5 hitters producing this early in the season, it can be contagious, and everyone in the lineup starts to contribute.
In now, Rafael Devers. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. He's ready now. The pitch fouled off. Another try at 2-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Lifted into center field. Catch is made. Runner tagging from third. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. It's now 7-1.
Always productive to score runs when you can. And that sacrifice fly right there drives home the second run of the inning.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Some pitchers fall into the trap of giving in on 3-2 because they don't want to walk the guy. But with the base open, it's not the end of the world if you do. You still need to make a quality pitch.
This is on the ground over to first. Fielded cleanly, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Another good inning for the Cubs here, and you don't need me to tell you that these folks don't need much of a reason to have. Welcome back to the north side of Chicago, back here at Wrigley Field as we check in with Heidi.
Well, Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Tigers manager to discuss his thoughts on Detroit's offense.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Down the left field line and deep. And they can't run it down. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning. Digging in, the switch hitter, Willie Castro, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Tigers shortstop with a ball and 2 strikes. Had to wait back on the changeup, and he did a good job just to make contact. Again, a 1-2. Goodwin on at first, nobody out, and he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game. 1 out now here in the Tiger 5th inning, and digging in next is Daz Cameron. Big breaking ball and a beauty that time. 1-2.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in, and they get right back outside. Nice pitch.
Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone. Up next, Isaac Paredes comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. But the catcher will simply apply the tag as the batter hadn't gotten far. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and the former #1 overall pick in American League Rookie of the Year, Carlos Correa, bats next. This is lifted into the air out towards center field. Cameron is right there, 1 down. Max Kepler the next to grab a bat. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Curveball taken for a strike on the inside.
Hey, I don't mind that take right there. That was a nasty breaking ball. Started outside the zone, popped back inside the zone. Good spin rate on it. Move on to the next pitch.
Try to hold back, but he won't be able to as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career major league strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least 1 pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
And another foul ball.
When a pitcher puts you in the proverbial rocking chair like he's doing right now, you have to take a deep breath. You can't.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Cubs are down. All set for the start of the inning, and now it'll be the catcher, Jacob Nottingham. Grounder down the line at third. Devers gloves it. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. So next to hit is Akil Baddoo, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ballgame.
The great equalizer, the changeup. That was a really good job of getting him to offer that one out of the zone. And it was all set up by the fact that he got ahead in the count and forced the hitter to have to protect. That's the name of the game.
Dan, he took that right back at his face right there. Exactly what you're trying to do. Middle cut, though. Are you a little concerned?
Yeah, that's a case of a ball being right down the middle. As a pitcher, you want to work the corners and stay out of that middle part of the zone, and he paid for it right there with a solid base hit.
To the plate now, Jeimer Candelario. Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2. And that's taken high for a ball. It's full now, 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Devers has it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Tigers leave one. They're down 7-1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and next it'll be the outfielder Trent Grisham. And that's down into left center for a base hit. And they'll get the ball back in quickly, holding him to a single.
Now back.
There's another line drive leadoff single right now. I mean, they've had an unbelievable scouting report on these pitchers today. They are finding barrels. They are not trying to do too much. Guys are staying in a big part of the field and hitting everything on the screws.
The 2-1 is looked at for ball 3. Trouble waiting next as you see Mike Trout in the on-deck circle. And a full count now, 3-2.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
And another throw over. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. And yet another throw over. And he just manages to get his hand in. Now the 3-2 pitch. On the ground is short. This could be 2. The throw pulls him off the bag.
And everyone knows that you set the tone on opening day, and that's not the kind of tone they want to set. They made fielding a priority in the spring, but it doesn't translate on that play. Might be some early season jitters, too.
The 2-2. And it looked like the fastball got away from him there.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
And he'll get back in safely. No offer there from Trout as that misses, and he'll take the walk. Striding forward now is the DH, J.D. Martinez, hoping to build off that RBI double from his last plate appearance. Changeup taken for ball 3, well below the zone. Heading out towards shallow right. Waiting on it is Goodwin. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. And the throw comes in, and all 3 runners are forced to hold on with 1 away now.
Third baseman.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Rafael Devers. 2 RBIs already, looking for more here. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. 7 runs, 8 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. And he lays off the fastball away, so it's 2-2 now. Protecting with 2 strikes, 1 out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. Pulled toward right center field. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there, and that's the 2nd out. And boy, not quite sure why, but they decide not to risk it with 2 outs on a very deep fly ball. Really surprising. Now at the plate, Spencer Torkelson. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Lays off, 2-2 now. Fouled away. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Here now the 2-2. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. And the throw is there to record the 1st out.
The right fielder, number 30, Brian
The 3-1. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
Just the second walk he's issued here into his 7th inning of work. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
And through 6 1/3, he's about to hit the 100 pitch mark now.
Hey, you know, Matty V, this is all you can ask for as a manager in today's game in baseball. Very rarely do we see guys get through the 7th inning. So he's through the 6th here with 1 out, and Mark DeRosa, so far so good, a pretty decent outing.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be batter to batter here for the manager if he's going to continue to ride this hot hand or if he's going to go to the bullpen.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Willie Castro takes the hat trick with his 3rd strikeout of the night. And wow, they do get the 3rd out after all. That's a heads-up play. This one, Joey Wentz enters now in a mop-up.
Number 43, Joey Wentz.
A ball and 2 strikes to Anthony Rizzo. Some action now in the Tigers bullpen as they'll get a left-hander and a right-hander up to throw. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Hit out towards second. Reined in. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
The batter, number
Here's
1.
Carlos Correa now. Flew out last time up.
Correa.
Had him fooled as he swings through the curveball. 2 down.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1. Zach Collins would be next. Full count to Max Kepler. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And this one misses inside a ball he walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner. Now to Yan Gomes. Will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first. And that's high and off the plate. 2-1. Three and 1 to Yan Gomes.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor. 3-1.
The 3-1.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Giving Chase his good one. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Cubs. They're on top 7-1. Yan Gomes will remain in the game in the 8th spot and take over at catcher. Braylon Marquez has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Ready to begin the 8th and set to go is the second baseman, Isaac Paredes. The 1-2. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. And a slurve, but this is in the dirt for a ball.
You do not want to walk the 8-hole hitter. It just opens up so many options. Do we bunt him over to second with the 9-hole hitter? Do we try and play for that big rally with the top of the order coming up? This is a huge pitch. You can't allow this guy to walk.
And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning. The 1-1 home.
The catcher, Jacob.
Got to believe the pitcher's going to trust his defense right here. Look for something down in his zone to induce a ground ball double play.
The 3-1. And this is heading out toward left field, but this is going to get fouled up into the crowd. Lined into right, a base hit. And that runner will hold up at second with 2 aboard now.
Hey, there's a base hit.
Left field.
So now to the plate, Akil Baddoo. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, somebody's sitting off speed right here. Only way he was late on that heater is he was expecting another changeup.
Paredes, the runner at third. Nottingham stands at second, no outs. That's lifted the other way out to left. Catch is made by Trout. Here comes the runner from third. And he will get in to score, and it's a run batted in on the sacrifice fly.
Now batting.
So now into the box is Josh Rojas, singled in his last at bat, and it's fouled away. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Into center field, line drive base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Now batting.
Hey, guys, I understand it right there. The third base coach has got to hold them up. They're down by a lot of runs right now. No reason to risk getting a guy thrown out at home in this situation.
And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there.
Number 52.
Stepping in now, Jeimer Candelario. Lifted in the air to shallow center field. Grisham charging forward, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out. The batter will be Spencer Torkelson, and their runners at the corners now. He got him. And exhale as he's out of the jam, and the inning is over. Tigers get 1 here on 2 hits in the inning. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. The Cubbies are in front 7-2. Striding in is the 1-1 home. That's popped up, and that's going to land foul. Bouncer up the middle. He's got it. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
The batter, number 4.
Now it'll be Ketel Marte.
Ketel Marte.
Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
A quick glove at third, and there are 2 gone.
Let's field.
Now to the plate, Mike Trout, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. That's strike 2 on a well-placed changeup around the knees. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Paredes onto the grass. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Up next to the Cubs, the designated hitter, J.D.
Standing in now, J.D. Martinez. 1-2 now.
Wow, great pitch right there, right? Changing speeds. How about that straight changeup? How about that swing? Howdy, if you're waving at me.
Checks his swing here, but he does so in time.
Hey, great job of holding up right there. Little 2-out lightning might ensue by 1 check swing holding up.
Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. He pulls into second safely as a run will score on the play as well. When we looked at this game on paper before it started, I don't think any of us thought it would go down like this.
Yeah, man, hard to stay focused on the game when the score is this far out of hand, especially when you're on the losing side of it. Even as broadcasters, it can be a little bit challenging to stay fully dialed in.
Anthony.
So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. Garrett Cooper will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here.
Garrett Cooper.
Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Grounded back up the middle. And he'll go the short way to retire the side. Only 1 in the inning for the Cubs. We've played 8 full. Cubs lead it 8-2. Garrett Cooper will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base.
Defensively for the Cubs.
Stepping up is Brian Goodwin. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
This pitcher's bringing it with some high velo. You better get that front foot down early and get ready or he's going to throw it right by you.
The Cubs are into their bullpen now as there are the final numbers for their starter. And that's exactly how he hoped to get this season started on opening day.
Matty V, really a solid performance. 7 strong innings pitched, in line for the win. Needs some help for the bullpen to close this one out.
Just hung in there on that one. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
You can certainly tell at-bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher. But you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
Made a miss on the off-speed pitch that time. Willie Castro is retired, and now they're down to their final out in this one. Now what's left of this crowd this afternoon gets to their feet. A little low, it's 2-2.
Great take right there, but the last thing you want to do.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, the tone was set for this game from the very first inning. They came out absolutely banging the ball around. It took that great start to another notch in the win column.
8-2 is how this one ends today. Chicago jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Tyler Glasnow earns his first win of the season as he struck out 13 in this one. Casey Mize couldn't get out of the first in this one as he takes the loss. So that'll do it for us. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the new website, theshow.com.
Inside.
Baseball under the lights of Wrigley Field in Chicago. Time for Game 2 of the regular season between the Detroit Tigers and the Chicago Cubs. Cubs baseball starts right now. Jose Barrios is on the mound for the Cubs in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
You know, one of the things that sticks out, Matt, he has one of the best breaking balls in the business. It's a big sweeper. It's almost a slurve, a hybrid between a curveball and a slider. His velocity has improved. He's in the mid to upper 90s. But Barrios' game revolves around that breaking ball. If he has his good one, it's going to be lights out.
And we'll need to keep the hot chocolate flowing tonight. 42 degrees our game time temperature. Now the payoff pitch home. Hit to first. Rizzo is there. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there's your first out of the ball game. So a moment now to take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Detroit Tigers. Danny, who stands out to you?
Matty, Spencer Torkelson is certainly a guy I'm excited to watch play. He's the reigning American League Rookie of the Year, and a lot of people are thinking sophomore slump. I don't see it. His abilities are off the charts. I think he's going to have another monster season.
And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. 1 out, nobody on. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Looked to me like he tried to do way too much on that 2-2 pitch. You don't have to come into the zone on that count, but a pitch that far outside isn't going to tempt anyone to swing.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away. So 2 out, nobody on. And into bat next, it'll be Jeimer Candelario. Ground ball right side. And that is through into right field for a single.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
Into the box, Spencer Torkelson. 1-2 now. And the slurve can't find the zone, and it's 2-2. From the stretch. Popped him up. Devers over to his right. He handles it easily, and the inning is over. 1 hit, 1 left. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. Spencer Turnbull, a right-hander from Alabama, gets the starting assignment. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matty V, we're looking at a guy that has a pretty good number of pitches that he throws, but one in particular is the sinker that he's added to his repertoire. When he needs a ground ball or he gets himself into a spot where he needs to possibly roll up a 2-ball, I think that's the pitch we're going to see often from him in this one, that sinker down in the zone.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Here he comes again, 1-2. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball.
Man, this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2. Trouble waiting next as you see Mike Trout in the on-deck circle. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Legs churning. He's headed for second. The throw into second.
Wow, not sure what the pitcher was thinking, serving up a fastball right over the heart of the plate. His eyes got as big as saucers as he blasts this thing, putting himself into scoring position to start off the inning.
In now, Mike Trout. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes.
That's a great sinker right there. These batters are going to have to bear down, because if he's got that good pitch working, it's going to be a long game. They might have to sit off speed.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2.
You would think in this situation, maybe with a base open, he'd just pitch around him and put him on first. But not with the guy in the on-deck circle. He's going to attack this hitter.
Got him. Man at second with 1 down. And into bat next, one of the best run producers in the land, J.D. Martinez. And that's going to be high, 2-2 now.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
And he fouls this one off. Well outside with the curveball for a ball.
We're seeing a good AB here from the 3-hole hitter. If he can work a walk or pick up a hit here, he's going to put that cleanup guy in a really good position to do some damage in this first inning.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Rafael Devers. Lifetime versus this arm. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. And there's ball 4 as this one gets away a bit. And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate.
The first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
Ready with the 2-1. 3-1 now. And I think he wanted to know where that one was. So, guys, these Tigers, as they begin play here tonight, started the season out on the wrong foot, dropping one on the road on opening day.
Yeah, Matty, they need to grab this one today. You don't want to drop the first 2 games of the season. I don't care if it's on the road. I know you're going to have to battle, play well at home. You can't afford to get on the team bus back to the hotel 0-2.
On to first, and the Cubs squander what looked like a Cubs strand a couple. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. Second inning set to go, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Brian Goodwin. Back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. So a good start to the inning for the Tigers as their leadoff hitter's on base.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
So now here is Daz Cameron looking to put them ahead early with this at-bat. And that misses, ball 4. So with 1 out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning. Swing and a miss. Good sinking action there. 1-2.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
2-2 pitch is fouled away. Goodwin at second. Cameron at first. 1 gone. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here. So whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
On a rope to the second baseman.
Batting 9.
Now at the plate here is Jacob Nottingham. Lifetime against Jose Barrios. Small sample, a perfect 1 for 1. Next up is Akil Baddoo. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. High in the air down the right field line. Kepler is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tightrope out of danger as he strands the bases loaded. A couple of walks, but no damage. Here's Carlos Correa now. He's set to lead off the home half of the second. Hit hard on the ground to second. Fielded cleanly. And he's retired here, 1 away.
Batting 7.
Next to hit is Max Kepler. His career numbers in this matchup. He's just 1 for 6. All even now, 2-2. The pitch.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
The catcher.
The 1-2. Bottom of the second here with no score. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. In to hit will be Trent Grisham. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now. Into the corner and slicing foul. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order. And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. He's set the 3-1. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on balls.
Now batting, left fielder.
Next, it'll be Mike Trout. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat. Short, hit hard. Throw to second for the force out, and his side is retired. The of the game runs deep with these folks. Stepping in once again is Josh Rojas. Struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the guy on the mound. He's getting paid to try and get you out as well. Anytime it gets up there north of 7, 8 pitch ABs, sometimes it just comes down to pure execution. Let's see if he makes the adjustment right here.
Now a fastball up around the shoulders, but it's strike 3 called and a questionable first out of the inning. So 1 down, no one aboard. And into bat next, it'll be Jeimer Candelario. And he'll step on first himself for the out. 2 down, no one on base. And that brings up Spencer Torkelson. Breaking ball drops right in the chute for a strike.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Bottom of the third now, and striding forward the designated hitter, J.D. Martinez.
Hasn't seen a heater yet in this at bat. One might be coming right here.
3 balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy in a scoreless game. It's tough to work around the leadoff walk.
Full count, 3-2. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Line shot to first, and there's 1 away.
Now that
1 out, base is empty, and that brings up the third baseman, Rafael Devers. Now the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And a sliding attempt at first, but this sneaks by him, a base hit.
Hey, not an easy thing to do right there, Dero, with that stacked infield on the right side. You hit it through where the shift is. Have to hit that in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, he found a good result right there, Dan. Pitcher actually executed right there. Got him to hit it where he wanted to. Put good barrel, good contact on that ball, and was able to find the hole.
And here's a fastball, not close, as he runs it to 2-1 now. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Baddoo comes on now and puts it away for the second out of the inning. So 2 are gone now in the Cubs half of the third. And ambling over to the batter's box is Carlos Correa. Pitch is popped up. Torkelson in foul ground. He handles it easily, and the inning is over. All set for the start of the fourth. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Brian Goodwin. Marte has it. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the fourth. Next up, Willie Castro comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. This is lifted out to left. Under it is Trout, and there are 2 gone now. So here is Daz Cameron. Worked a walk his first time up. Inside here with the hard stuff, and it's 2-1 now. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss.
Hey, I love the mindset of this pitcher right here. Try and dominate and execute a fastball in, and then get the guy sitting inside trying to be quick tap.
We'll have to leave it there as the play is made for the third out. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4, and we are tied 0-0. Ready to go in the bottom of the fourth, and that'll bring up the outfielder Max Kepler.
The old adage, pitching and defense have been stellar so far. They've certainly kept both offenses in check.
Still all zeros in the run column here in the fourth inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
Oh, you have to love. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once. This pitcher's bringing it with some high velo. You better get that front foot down early and get ready, or he's going to throw it right by you.
Made a miss on the off-speed pitch that time. Max Kepler is retired leading off the bottom of the fourth.
Collins.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now.
After fouling off the second one, I got to step out of the box, adjust my batting gloves, and tell myself there's no chance he's tripling up on that pitch.
The 2-2. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
And this guy loves to throw the slider, and it's a very effective pitch for him. But here's the flip side of that coin. He starts this one too far inside and plunks the hitter.
Joey Wentz enters to make an appearance on the mound as he inherits a runner at first with 1 out in the inning. 1-2 now. He waits. Now the pitch. That's popped up. Castro into shallow left. A dive, and he knocks it down. And he'll make it to first easily on what will almost certainly be ruled an infield single.
Hey, there's a case of a jam sandwich right there. Not that bad of a pitch, but he's able to just be strong enough to leap that one into left field.
Dan, sometimes a jam sandwich tastes much better than a rocket right at somebody.
At the plate now, Ketel Marte. Pitch is popped up. Nottingham is calling for it. And he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning. So runners at the corners with 2 gone. And standing in, the ever-dangerous Mike Trout. And he'll try to hold up in time, but to no avail as he went around, and the inning is over. Cubs. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th. And now here is Isaac Paredes. He's 0 for 1 thus far. That softly hit to right. Will that get down? Nope. It'll stay up long enough to be run down out there. A good break on that ball, and he's retired.
Catcher, Jacob.
Stepping in next, Jacob Nottingham. He drew a base on balls his first time up. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th. Next to dig in, Akil Baddoo. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
2-2 the count. Into the windup and the pitch. 3-2 now.
And this is where he's especially dangerous, because if you walk him, he can steal a base on you. But if you lay a fastball in there, he can take you deep, too.
And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner. Next will be the designated hitter, Josh Rojas. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at-bat. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Baddoo leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Runners off for second. Pitch inside the throw. And he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. Trying to move into scoring position with 2 away, but not to be as we get another look. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney. Bottom of the inning now. And next, the dangerous power threat, J.D. Martinez. The count now at 2-2.
Hey, if he's going to execute that curveball, and that's the first one of the day, if he's going to execute it like that, be on the lookout for that one. That's going to be a big pitch for him today.
Goodwin's in pursuit, but he won't get to it, and this should put a man in scoring position to start the inning. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double.
That was a pretty good fastball, and it almost got by him, but he's able to slap it in the gap in the right center field. Because of the velocity off the bat, the outfielders couldn't cut it off in time, and allowed him to cruise into second really easy.
To the plate now, Rafael Devers. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Waiting on it is Goodwin. 1 away. So in now for Chicago, Anthony Rizzo. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And, whoa, awfully close, but it's ball 4 according to Woody Keller. Couple of runners on base with one down. The former #1 overall pick in American League Rookie of the Year, Carlos Correa, bats next. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Now another 1-2. And another foul ball. No runs, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
The 2-2. Into right field. That's a base hit. And a good throw is going to hold that runner at third, so they're loaded now with only one away.
Number 30.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
So he punches him out looking at the fastball. Max Kepler becomes out number 2 this inning. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
Hey, this is a huge pitch right here. It would be demoralizing to watch this inning slip away.
And he strikes him out. So a missed opportunity at the plate as he strands 3 runners in the side. Yan Gomes is into the ballgame here as he takes over behind the plate. Now at the plate is Josh Rojas. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Davis is there, 1 away. Now to bat, Jeimer Candelario. A hit in 2 tries so far. Swings through it for strike number 2. Fouled away. He takes it to the opposite field, high and deep to left. Back goes Trout, still going back. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back.
Hey, I know we're not sitting up here with a crystal ball, but that swing right there, although in the middle innings, could be the deciding factor. And we could be looking back at this one when it's all said and done.
Stepping in now, Spencer Torkelson. Skied into straightaway right. Davis is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. Next batter to the plate, Brian Goodwin. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. The 1-1. And with just 5 2/3 innings under his belt, he's about to hit the century mark in his pitch count now.
Yeah, Matty V, and the way baseball is played these days, it's about 6 innings or 100 heaves, and you're pretty much looking for that bullpen. And D-Row right now, this guy's pretty vulnerable right now at this game.
Yeah, Dan, you are a monster down that bullpen. That's what it seems to be in today's game. There's 5 or 6 of you guys hanging out down there. So he's going to empty the bucket right here.
Well, the side is retired as they make the play. But the Tigers hit the board first on the strength of this solo home run. Through 5 1/2, it's now 1-0. Three balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter.
Great situation right here. Leading off the inning, you gotta find a way to get on base any way possible. But I don't like to take the aggression away from hitters. If it's in your zone, I want you swinging.
Full count now, 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th. Drew Smith takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the 6th inning. Ketel Marte will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher, as he'll do so with a runner at first and nobody out. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
The left fielder.
The next Cub up, Mike Trout. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Runner goes for second. Pitch strike 3 called. The throw. It skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there. Well, when a stolen base is that close, it's interesting to check it out on Show Track. And as the numbers come in, you'll want to focus on the top speed. Really good, and it paid off there. Standing in now, J.D. Martinez. 2-1. Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. And a relay home, and the tag too late as he's across to tie things at 1.
You know, D-Row, there are certain hitters that just love to come up and clutch 2-out RBI situations, and this guy certainly is one of those guys.
Yeah, they're able to slow the moment down. It's not for everybody. This guy has ice water in his veins, consistently coming through in big spots. Nice job right there to tie this one up.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. And he gets there, makes the running play, and that ends the inning. Just 1 hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here. Michael Kopech is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 34, Michael.
7th inning ready to roll, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Daz Cameron. And the count will be full.
We're going to see him throw that hard fastball early and often.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Another payoff pitch. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the 2nd time here tonight.
Man, they've really had his number so far in this series. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now a shot sent off to the right side, but foul. 1 run on 3 hits and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. Lifted down the line in left. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Grisham is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. So next to bat will be Jacob Nottingham. He was sat down on strikes in his last at bat. Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that. Kyle Funkhauser gets the call from the pen to take the ball for the home 7th. Last half of the 7th here, and into bat next, the left-handed hitting first baseman Anthony Rizzo. And he got him.
Beautiful backdoor slider for the punch out right there, guys. When it's tight like this one was, it looks like a fastball off the plate, then darts back at the corner at the last second. Locked him up completely with that one.
And he lays off ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here. Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. He's newly entered into the ballgame, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7. Left fielder is on the move. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the 2nd out. So stepping in is Brennan Davis. The 1-1.
No reason to sit on anything other than hard stuff in a location you like and drive it right now.
He's set. Here's the 3-1.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Akil Baddoo. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Towards second. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Now into the box, Josh Rojas. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. And oh dear, that caught him full bore on the mound as it ricochets back toward the plate. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the second out at first. So now to the plate, Jeimer Candelario. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
What a well-executed fastball right there. Down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way, and you have to be diving and leaning out over that thing.
And he's safe at first, so a costly mistake on the drop third strike as now the inning will continue. 1-1. Here it is. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Trout has a read on it, and that retires the side. 1 left for Detroit. Score remains tied 1-1. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder Trent Grisham. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And he lays off. Ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
He's really struggled with his command in this game, no doubt about it. But to make things worse, he just lost one of the fastest guys in the ballpark.
And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted. High and deep. It's gone. They've taken the lead in the 8th. So a 2-run shot to left center as they've taken a 2-run lead.
That's a big-time bomb right there. It's about time now for the closer to get ready and slam the door on this one.
Tyler Alexander will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far. At the plate, Mike Trout. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
Yard and the power hitters are coming up.
And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2. No outs, nobody on. Back up the middle. And there's his first base hit in this one.
Now back, the designated hitter, J.D.
And now J.D. Martinez. Here's a fly ball well hit. Racing back the center fielder into the bleachers and gone. So it's a two-run shot to right center. First home run of the campaign for him as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
Well, he turns on this thing and drives it out, extending the lead here to 4 in the bottom of the 8th. I wouldn't be surprised if that keeps the closer in the bullpen for now. No need to bring him in a non-save situation. Let him relax unless something happens at the top of the 9th that warrants getting him up.
1 ball. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss. He stays alive, still 2-2. Into the windup and the pitch. This one's flared toward left center. Castro onto the grass. He gets there, and that's the second out.
The batter,
Next to hit, Carlos Correa. It was a walk in his last trip.
Correa.
Line shot to third, and the side is retired. So 4 runs in the inning, and they come on the strength of the 2 big flies. 9th inning coming up. The Cubs are on top, 5. Garrett Cooper stays in the ballgame after pinch hitting as he'll take over at first base.
Now playing first base.
Cody Hoyer comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Number 12.
Set to start the 9th in this one, and next to bat will be the outfielder, Brian Goodwin. Liner toward right center. And this is going to find the seam in right center and should get to the ivy for extra bases. And a good way to start the 9th as he's in with a leadoff double.
You could tell he was thinking fastball all the way here, and that's exactly what he got. He was able to get the bat head out front and pull it into the gap into right center. Now they're set up pretty nicely for a good inning after that leadoff double.
Here comes the 1-2. And it's fouled away. Goodwin stands at second with no outs. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no...
And it's belted high and deep into right center. And it's gone into the bleachers. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. First home run of the campaign for him. And it's a 5-3 game now.
Well, he was 0 in the series before that blast, so that's just about as welcome a sight as he...
Base is empty here with nobody out. Into the box now, Daz Cameron. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Into the box, Isaac Paredes flew out last time up. Edwin Diaz comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th. He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
Edwin Diaz.
Swing and a bouncing ball for the second baseman, Marte. Reined in. Throw on to first will be in time, and now the Tigers are down to their final out. So the next to bat will be Jacob Nottingham. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball. Got him. Detroit good night.
And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season, but it certainly won't be his last.
And this evening's contest comes to a close, 5-3 the final. Chicago posted 4 runs in the 8th on the way to victory. Michael Kopech claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Here now is the final line score tonight.
Pick up the pace. I'm about to chase money in case. Clean up base. Pick up the pace. I'm about to chase money in case. Clean up base. Got a convoy if you got it. Ain't no stopping on the go. Got a convoy if you got it. Going live, good at the show. Got a convoy if you got it. Ain't no stopping on the go. Got a convoy if you got it. Going live, good.
Doesn't get much better than this. Afternoon baseball from Wrigley Field in Chicago. Game number 3 of this new season between the Detroit Tigers and the Chicago Cubs. Alongside Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and guys, the Cubs played well in the series so far, winning the first 2 in this 3-game set.
No doubt they will be absolutely focused. You want to steal a sweep from your rivals any chance you can. And I got to be honest, this is probably bigger for the fans than the players playing in this one. Huge bragging rights at stake.
Adbert Alzolay gets the starting nod for the Cubs in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, taking a look at the numbers, you see that ERA a little under 4 last season. But I think his team and organization, they're expecting some bigger and better things out of him this year. We'll see if he can get off to a better start in this one.
Stepping up is Akil Baddoo. He will lead this one off today. The 3-1 is swung on and missed, and that's a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Shaping up to be a pretty nice day for baseball. 69 degrees here at first pitch. Oh, and a nice changeup that time gets him to swing right through it as the leadoff man is down on strikes to open up the ball game.
Leading off the inning, your job is to get on base and set the table for the inning. That was a pretty good at bat that he pushed the count to 3-2 and made the pitcher work, but I think he'd like to have that 3-2 pitch back. Pretty sure that was ball 4 he went after.
To the plate now, Josh Rojas. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Trout has a read on it. 2 gone.
Batting third.
With that, let's get you a look at the starting 9 for the Tigers. Who stands out to you, Danny?
You know, I'm looking for a big performance out of that guy in the 6th spot. He's an imposing figure with a bat in his hands. Always seems to turn in a good at bat, and he can do a lot of damage when he barrels up the ball.
Stepping in now, Jeimer Candelario. Oh, looked like he was towing an anchor there. 1-2.
Only 1 strike away from throwing a very strong first inning to begin the ball game. He looks sharp.
Here now the 2-2. He is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Down in order go the Tigers. Now the Cubbies will get their first crack. No score. Matthew Boyd gets the ball in game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, looking at the numbers, you can see this guy had an ERA over 4 last season. He'd like to do a lot better than that. He's got to do a much better job of keeping base runners off the bases. Cut the walks down and try to limit the hits per 9 innings pitched.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. And that'll bring Mike Trout to the dish. Lifetime numbers against Matt Boyd. He's hitless in 6 tries. 2 balls and a strike. So, fellas, these Tigers, as they begin play here today, they come in a real funk to start the year. Still searching for what's been an elusive first win.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium, focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W, and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Well, you always have to beware of Mike Trout. He won the National League batting title last year. Swinging the bat, he hits about everything. Breaking balls, changeup, fastballs. There wasn't anything that they could get by him last year. I love watching him perform, and I'm hoping that he continues that same trend this year.
Here comes the 1-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. 3 up, 3 down. New inning set to get underway, and that brings up Spencer Torkelson. He couldn't catch up with the gas that time. Today's ball game provides the Cubbies with a chance to end the series on a very high note, of course. A win completes the sweep.
These teams don't match up all that often, but due to interleague, they get a chance to play this season, and it's really difficult to sweep a team in a 3-game series when you don't play that team all that often.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Spencer Torkelson goes down to become the first out here in the 2nd inning. Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon, come in feeling good as they're 2-0 to start the new year.
Yeah, Matty, without question. They find themselves in this position today. They got a chance to sweep the series on Sunday and make it a miraculous weekend.
Boy, D-Row, it's always a nice way to finish off a weekend. You win a big game on Saturday, and to close it off with a win here and a sweep on Sunday would really be sweet for this ball club.
Can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1. And he fouls this one off. Goodwin stands at first with 1 out. Fouled off. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
Davis will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Tigers leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Rafael Devers the next to bat. Lifetime numbers against Matt Boyd. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Here now the 2-2. Is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Wow, his stuff looks electric coming out of the gates in this one, guys. That's 5 batters faced, 4 strikeouts. That's going to be a tough pace to keep up, but it looks like he has what it takes to work deep into this game.
And it's 1-2.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your ace swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
Still 1-2.
I know that fastball registered at about 92, 93, but I guarantee you it looked about 4 to 5 miles an hour faster than that for this offensive player. After coming off a curveball, the old push the throttle and pull it is being used.
Fouled away. hit in the air to shallow center. And that'll get down for a base hit.
That can't bother you too bad, Dan, right there. Power guy at the plate, you're able to get in his kitchen.
Boy, that's a tough one to swallow, right? These big, strong guys, they like to get their arms extended. That wasn't that bad of a pitch, but he's just so strong that he's able to muscle that into the outfield grass.
Into the box, Brennan Davis. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will... Ready now is Isaac Paredes. He's gone 0 for his first 6 at-bats in the series so far. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Batting 9. The catcher.
Next it'll be Jacob Nottingham. Line towards center field, but sadly for him this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Akil Baddoo. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. Home half of the third coming up. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher Yan Gomes. Back up the middle, and that's through for a hit. With that, the Cubs get their leadoff man aboard.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank, because that guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
At the plate now, Trent Grisham. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2. Ketel Marte is on deck. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order. So it's back to the top of the order now. And that'll bring up the infielder Ketel Marte. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Count even at 2-2. In the dirt here. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Gomes on second. Grisham at first with no outs. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Payoff pitch one more time. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he'll get into third here on the fly out, so he's 90 feet away here with 1 gone.
The left fielder.
Next to stand in is Mike Trout. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swings through it for strike number 2.
Big pitch coming up right here. He'd love for a ground ball or a strikeout.
Now a move over to first. Back in standing. Here comes the 1-2. Misses, ball 2.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Won't commit on the slider. Good patience, and it's full 3-2.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Swinging a drive to left by Trout. This one's got a chance. Into the bleachers and gone. A 3-run home run for Mike Trout. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Cubs have taken a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
In now, J.D. Martinez. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Boy, his pitch count has really spiked here in this inning. He's up to over 50 already.
And he comes back with 1 down and in for ball 3.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
3 runs already home here. And a swing and a miss, and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2. Here now is Rafael Devers.
Third baseman, Rafael.
The 1-1.
Devers.
Swing and a high chopper. Throw to first with time to spare, and the side is retired. But the big blow of the inning comes right here. A 3-run home run. 3 complete from Wrigley Field. It's 3. All set for the start of the inning, and striding forward, the designated hitter, Josh Rojas.
Still a big bagel in that hit column, and this is where the frustration can start setting in on a team if they're not careful. It's never a good feeling when you know the guy out there on the mound is completely shutting you down.
He'll put it away without much trouble, and the leadoff man is retired here in the 4th. Next, here is Jeimer Candelario, the reigning batting champion in the American League. Line towards center field. Oh, and this deflects right off him.
It's a grinder, AB. 3-2 changeup, and he's able to stay back and drive it for a base hit. Sometimes you just got to tip your hat.
3-1.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
And there's ball 4 as this one gets away a bit. Next batter to the plate, Brian Goodwin. Pulled toward right center field. Center fielder giving chase. And he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the 2nd out. And now, Willie Castro struck out in his first at-bat. Hit hard down the line. Throw on to first, and the Tigers wind up with nothing as the inning is over. Tigers strand a pair. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Wackney. Here comes the 1-2. Is looked at for ball number 2. And it's fouled away. And he fouls this one off.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Cameron comes on now, and he has it 1 down. And now in the box, Carlos Correa. He singled in his first AB. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
The batter.
Digging in next, Brennan Davis. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the guy on the mound. He's getting paid to try and get you out as well. Anytime it gets up there north of 7, 8 pitch ABs, sometimes it just comes down to pure execution. Let's see if he makes the adjustment right here.
The 3-2 pitch. Freezes him. A strikeout looking. Cubs are down in order, but they lead it 3-0. Welcome back to the north side of Chicago, back here at Wrigley Field as we check in with Heidi. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And standing in, the outfielder, Des Cameron. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
It looked like this at bat had the makings of a leadoff walk when it started 3-0. So that's a good job not to give in and battle back to earn the strikeout. That's not always easy to do.
Standing in now, Isaac Paredes. Hit in the air down the right field line, but this will wind up being a foul ball. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Pulls this one in the air out to left. And this is hauled in just shy of the track out there for out number 2.
Now batting.
And stepping in, Jacob Nottingham comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Hey, offense needs to check itself right here. They need to make this starter a little bit.
We'll have to press pause as that strike 3 to retire the side. Down in order go the Tigers. They trail in this one 3-0. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and that means the catcher Yan Gomes bats next. Now the 1-1 pitch. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. Some action now in the Tigers bullpen as they'll get a left-hander and a right-hander up to throw. 2-2 to the Cubs catcher. Here now the 2-2. Now a swing and he pops him up. This is right out in front of the mound. And there's the first out. At the plate now is Trent Grisham. He scored after reaching on a walk in his first at-bat. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Two and one. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
It'd be great right here if he was able to work himself on base. You got the leadoff hitter on deck, and you know the middle of the order's coming up right behind him.
And he looks at ball 4 now, so he's aboard, and you always have to worry about the threat of the steal when he's on base. Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Ketel Marte. 0 for 2 for him to this point. 2-1 the count. From the belt, kicks and deals.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1, you're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
Fouled off. Grisham leads off first with 1 away. Now a throw over and the runner back. He's set. Here's the 3-2. This is line to left. Baddoo is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
Into the box now, Mike Trout. And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
Good running count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. He'll be off to the races on this pitch.
And awfully close there on 3 and 2, but take your base, says Earl Hendricks. It's ball 4.
Up next,
2 men on, 2 out, and that'll bring up the dangerous bat of J.D. Martinez. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
A couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat, trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Fouled away. Takes this the other way to right. That's in there. Base hit. And a good throw will wind up holding that runner at third, so the bases become loaded now with 2 gone.
Third baseman.
Hey, they say in this game you better have a short memory. Well, that's obviously the case with this batter. He came into that third at bat after getting his ticket punched twice and was able to get a single.
Now here comes the Tigers skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound, and he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart here in the 5th after working just 4 2/3, and he's on the hook for the L unless this one turns around. Joey Wentz answers the call to pitch here in a big spot. He inherits a bases-loaded jam, but needs just 1 out to get out of it.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Good time to call the change as he swings and misses for strike 2.
Hey, that's the kind of swing you'd like to see a guy take with the bases loaded. He's going for the downs.
He's set. The 2-2. And he comes back to get him. So a great job pitching out of it with the bases loaded. Cubs wind up leaving them loaded. They lead it 3-0. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and here's the former Rule 5 pick, Akil Baddoo. And he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2 and 2 now. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
Hey, throwing the ball great up until this point. Don't want to allow a leadoff walk. Needs to just focus in on his mechanics right here.
Here's the pitch. Skied down the left field line. Trout giving chase. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. At the plate now is the designated hitter, Josh Rojas. No hits to this point. And he struck him out. And that's 8 strikeouts thus far. The next batter is Jeimer Candelario. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there. It's 3-1 now.
You know, over the course of a full season, you're going to have some clunkers, and this certainly looks like one. By the look on the manager's face.
He's under it, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. They trail it here 3-0. Digging. There's a drive out to left center field. Around first, he's digging for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Wow, not sure what the pitcher was thinking, serving up a fastball right over the heart of the plate. His eyes got as big as saucers as he blasts this thing, putting himself into scoring position to start off the inning.
Stepping in now, Carlos Correa. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Cooper leads off second with nobody out. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here. And this one's in the dirt. but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Now the 3-2 pitch. And awfully close there on 3-2, but take your base, says Earl Hendricks. It's ball 4.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
He's set, and the 3-1 pitch. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And that will end up a foul ball. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game. Up next, Yan Gomes. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Now the 3-2 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. And that's through into right field for a base hit. The throw to the plate. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Nice adjustment by the batter right there. You cannot fault the pitcher for going to that well again. First one he swings and misses through, and this one the batter's able to execute and drive it for a base hit.
Into the box, Trent Grisham. Hit in the air out to straightaway left field. Left fielder giving chase. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. And he'll make it into third base as on the F7 he gets in there with 2 away. And that'll bring in the middle infielder Ketel Marte. 1-2.
Pitcher's got options here. He looked a little bit out front. Might be able to rush a fastball by him.
Now a ball lined hard toward deep right field. And this is going to get down for extra bases as that'll get one, if not both of them, home. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. Now a 5-0 lead. Tag is there, and he's out trying to score from first as the second run. Another good inning for the... Braylon Marquez will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far. Now the 1-1 pitch. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
It's becoming more and more common in today's game to see relievers like this that can run it up there close to 100 miles per hour. But it's so fun to watch it. He blew it right by him there.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Well, you gotta love a live young arm. He's got an electric fastball. And if he can learn to harness that and work in his solid secondary stuff, he's gonna have a really nice career on the mound. Not everyone is gifted with a fastball like that.
To the plate now, Brian Goodwin. Saw his eyes light up that time, but he swung at a bad one there.
This offense has just been flailing at the plate all game long, so it's no wonder why they've only been able to pick up 1 hit so far. I'm not seeing much of a game plan from these hitters.
The 1-2 pitch. One out, nobody on. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. And it's another K. So back-to-back strikeout victims to start this relief outing. Next up for Detroit, Willie Castro grounded out in his last at-bat. Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. And that misses 2-2. That one doesn't even sniff the zone, missing very high. Daz Cameron would be next. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. And it's fouled away. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Hard hit towards center. And what an effort on the running play to end the inning. One left for Detroit. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Now at the plate, Mike Trout, 1 for 2 in the ball. Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1. And he wouldn't have made contact with that one with an or. It's 2-2.
Classic case of the front shoulder flying open on that off speed. Needs to stay compact and stay in the big part of the field.
Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out.
Now back.
Here's J.D. Martinez. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Hit in the air out to right. On the run is Goodwin. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. So here's the cleanup hitter, Rafael Devers. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. This is skied into short left center. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. But they hold a 5-0 lead. Jonathan Holder will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far.
Number 52.
Skied into straightaway right.
Holder.
And the 8th inning begins with a flyout, quickly 1 away.
Now batting, catcher.
So next to hit is Jacob Nottingham. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And that's through for his first base hit in this one.
3-1 fastball, middle cut, and he didn't miss it. That's the fight throughout the course of the game. To get yourself into count leverage and capitalize.
And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss. As mentioned early in the broadcast, this series finale. Oh, and meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him. Next to the plate for the Tigers, the DH, Josh Rojas. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Digging in, the switch hitter, Jeimer Candelario. And, Dan, this could be a real make-or-break situation. We'll leave it right there as he strikes out, and that ends the inning. Drew Smith will come on in relief as he'll make his...
Number 62.
Anthony Rizzo is going to grab a bat here as he looks to try to set the table in the bottom of the 8th as they look for some insurance. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Sitting in a good spot right here. 2-ball, 1-strike count is yet to see a fastball. Have to be sitting on one right here.
3 balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter. The 3-1. Sent on the ground out to second. Scooped up, throws in time, and that's out number 1. So next to swing the bat will be Carlos Correa. A hit in 2 official trips to the plate to this point in the ballgame. And here's a curveball that's laid off that time. It's full 3-2. Now the Tigers have some action in the bullpen as a left-hander starts to get loose. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Hit on the ground out to short. He's got it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting. Right
so now into the box is Brennan Davis. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Your attention, please.
Max Kepler will look for some two-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with two gone and a runner at first. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. Now the 3-2 pitch. Lifted the other way out to left center. And as it turns out, the two-out walk doesn't come around. Anthony Rizzo will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base. Rowan Wick comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth. Zach Collins is also into the ball game as he'll likely go the rest of the way behind the plate. The batter will be Spencer Torkelson. Been a strikeout victim twice in this one. And this pitch misses here. It's ball 4, and they've got a leadoff base runner aboard to start the ninth.
The right fielder.
Pulled toward right center field. Long run for the center fielder. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Next for the Tigers, Willie Castro. He's 0 for 2 with a walk thus far. Hit out toward second, and that gets through for a one-out base hit. The tag, and they got him at third. What a throw.
Well, I understand they need to try and make things happen, but when you're down on the scoreboard, you cannot afford to make outs on the base pass, especially at third.
So now to the plate, Daz Cameron. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. Struck him out. The Cubs finish the job and complete the series sweep of their rivals at home.
Hey, it always feels good to win a baseball game, but when you can win one at home in front of your home crowd, all those fans cheering, this is a good win for this team.
5-0 the final score today. Chicago led this game from the third inning on and never wavered. Adbert Alzolay earns his first win of the season, permitting only 1 hit in 6 complete innings. So that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.